Well, fuck me, I'm Johnny B. Welcome to Sunny Coast Celtic, episode 93. Wow, what can I say about that? I don't know where to start. Let's just start with the team. At the end of the day, I thought he might have got this team wrong. You look at the back four, yeah, Tierney good, Scales. I wasn't sure about Dane Murray. I might have put in Benji Arthur, but anyway, it is what it is. The midfield is where I thought Martin would go. I didn't like the forward line at all. I didn't like the fact that I didn't mind Yang, but I didn't think Maeda or Junior Adamu was the way to go. And luckily enough, Martin changed at half time. But I mean, let's get into it. Their first goal was an absolute worldie, wasn't it? I mean, anybody would have been proud of that goal. That was just an absolute peachy of goal. I'm sitting there going, wow, did he just do that? But don't get me wrong, we gave them that first goal really, didn't he? I don't know what Calmac was doing. He's gave the ball to Arajo in a really shitty position, and he's got the cop of the ball under his feet. They've nicked it off him, they put it into the middle, they've went wide, and he's crossed it. But you're thinking, okay, that is going to happen here. Bang, what a strike that was. Woof. Anyway, that was the only... I mean, we were under pressure. I thought first 15 minutes, I'm like, we just need to ride this storm here. And that's the way we normally come out at Parkhead. We usually flatten everybody for the first 15-20 minutes, and then if they don't get a goal, then we kind of, the game peters out and we weren't as good in the last 20 as we were in the first. But man, we came on strong, didn't we? But look at the first goal. We've gave the ball away. Calmax, if he had his time again, he wouldn't have gave it to Arajo. It was just under his feet. It was a shitty pass, and then that gives them the momentum. And then the second goal, I mean, it's just a big stupid ball in. Dane Murray goes to hit it, miskicks it. It goes out. Even Arajo, when it goes out his head, he's got to header it away for goal, and the chances are he would have kicked him. It would have got a free kick, but he's let it bounce. The big fella's put his foot round and then put it by the keeper. Big Sinisalo I thought he was really good. I thought he's no chance of the first goal, and the second goal he got left out to dry with defenders. Dane Murray at first, and then Arajo. The two of them never covered themselves in glory, let's face it. And then the big fella's finished again. So I mean, I'm looking at that going, if they score a third, we're gone here. And luckily we rode it out to half time. Was there any pass marks in the first half? I don't know, we didn't have much in front to go. Maeda got a couple of balls down the line, then his final ball was terrible. We just looked all over the place defensively. And then when that second half started, I'm thinking, yeah, good, you brought Tenecti on. Didn't have a brilliant half, but bringing him on, it creates hassle out in that left-hand side. And dare I say it, I think Hatate had played well. No, his goal, we nearly fucked up the penalty, but anyway, it's always hard to take a penalty in the 87th minute, so good on him. I mean, if it was me, I'd be looking at Luke McCowan. He's got a sweet left foot, hates Rangers, so he's a man, but Hatate must have said, nah, I'll take it. And good on him for doing it, and obviously puts it in. But yeah, the changes at half time were brilliant. We looked like we were outstanding in that second half. They're ranked rotten. I mean, they had a good first half because we were all over the place, but that second half I was thinking to myself, we're going to take 3 or 4 off them here. That's just how it looked. We were very, very unlucky not to win that game. I mean, at the start of the game, all things aside, you're thinking if you go there and just don't get beat, it's alright. I mean, Hearts scraped through yesterday, and when I say scraped through, they won 1-0, but it could have been 4-0. Hearts played well yesterday. Aberdeen are ranked rotten, so we should go up there during this week and just give them a touch-up. There's nobody... Luke McCown's right. If we're on our game, nobody will touch us. That second half, they must have been shitting themselves, because every time we went up the park, they just looked wide opened. They were knackered. They looked like they put everything into the first 45 minutes and just had nothing in the second half. Our changes were brilliant. Like, I don't know, Maeda threw them. It caused a bit of hassle. Great header for the penalty, but Look, in saying that in the first 20 minutes of the second half, I'm thinking, right, okay, we're looking good. And then Kieran Tierney comes up with an absolute cracker of a header. Great ball in, great play down the wing, great ball in. Tierney headers it down the way, keepers getting no chance. And then after that, we had a few chances, didn't we? They were running all over the place. They didn't know what to do with us. We were fantastic in that second half. It just shows you what a few changes do. I think if Martin tells the truth, he probably got the team wrong at the start. Oxlade-Chamberlain looked like he's no fit, didn't he? Maybe he's the guy that we do keep on the bench and bring him on when you're 2-0 up or something, and he can just control that midfield. But an Old Firm game was just a wee bit too hard for him. I'm not saying he's shitting it, he just never got into the grips of the game. We had 3 players in that midfield that were all the same. We never had anybody that kind of put their foot through the ball, except I thought after Dane Murray made that mistake, he was brilliant after that. He was going through everybody with headers. As soon as that ball was up in the air, he was taking the head, the man, everything. It was brilliant. Arajo, he started putting the boot in, and I was thinking, yeah, good on you. We need that. We need to rustle it up a bit, and he done it. Even at the end, him and Raskin, Raskin was raging. They know that they should have had that game in the bag after that first half. But do you know what? See, we settled for 2 each, but we should have won that game. We were all of them in that second half. We made them look like wee kids. It was like men against boys in that second half. I don't know whether they went into their shell or we just stepped up a gear. I honestly think that gives me big hope for the rest of the season, because that's a hard place to go, especially when you're 2-0 down. You're fighting all the way. You're thinking, one way and we're out of this. We were never out of that game in the second half when we made the changes. And then, listen, see the ball comes in and Maeda headers it. It's a penalty, it hits his hand, right? It's going in the net. Surely he should be sent off. Butland wasn't getting that, it was going under him. So surely he never even got booked or anything. His hand, it stopped the ball going into the net. If you do that with your hand, whatever happens, it's a sending off. And that might sound harsh, but it's no. He should have been sent off for that, because that ball's going in. Butland's not getting to it. And how lucky was he and all? That one where we had some cracking football, and then the ball goes out to Luke McCown. Just needs to chip him, and he's hit it low, and Butland's managed to stop it with his horn. It was lucky, but fuck, that was the one we should have scored, that one. But all in all, a great point, because we could have been by far out of that game. Again, Martin O'Neill just knows how to get a win, didn't he? He's got the players fighting for him, and they must be raging, because they must have thought they had that game in the bag, and we've just came back to draw. But in saying, honestly, you can watch that second half hour and hour again, and that's the way Celtic can play. And I don't know what happened to us in the first half. Was it nervous? Were we were all getting the ball away. We short passes and we were all getting them away. I thought KT was good, not just for his goal. He was doing that line, he was hard, he was getting in there, and that's what we need. That midfield, I don't know if we can start that midfield again. After that second half performance for Hatate, I think he probably has to start against Aberdeen. While he's on a wee roll like that, he's got to start. I mean, I'll do the Aberdeen game thing on Wednesday, a preview of that, but on today's game, brilliant. You're up against it. You could see their fans were all biting their nails, shitting themselves. They're lucky to get away with a draw. They must be getting up the road tonight going, thank God we got a draw there, because we were pumping them in that second half. All the changes were brilliant. I thought Adamu, I'd never have started him. I would have started TC up there. And even before the game, I said to you, I would have put, well, I wouldn't have put Hatate, I'd have probably put Luke McCown in there, and I would have liked to have seen Nygren up front, just holding that ball up. Because Benji's good at what he does. He can hold it up and he can score goals. And I know I keep harping on at this, but I think he's better than any centre forward we've got at the moment. And why not try him up there? It can't hurt, and it means you've got all your good players on the field. Because if you play TC, Iheanacho or Adamo, you're like, you probably got to sit somebody on the bench in that midfield where we could put them on and Nigel could do a job up front. But all in all, brilliant. I'll have a great few days now, because at half time I nearly switched off, went to my bed, and I thought, fuck, and then when I seen the changes I went, okay, we might be on here. But we started that second half on fire, and that's how we should have started the first half. I just think it was team selection that stopped us from doing that, so I did. But everybody looked dangerous. Everybody that came on looked dangerous. I thought when we did make the changes, the defence started to win every ball. They were getting in front of the Rankers players, everything. So it just gave us a whole lift at half time. I don't know what Martin said to them, but it gave the whole team a lift. So I was actually proud of them for what they done on that second half. It just shows you we can go there next week in the quarter final and go, right, okay, they scored 2 goals that we caused ourselves. And I don't mean the guy's overhead kick was superb, but we gave the ball away for him to get that chance. And then the second goal, Big Dane Murray stuffed up, and then even Arajo should have cleared it as well. So we know that there's 2 goals there that we should never have lost, and we could have had 4. So do you take a point? Of course you will, but we should have had 3 points. At the end of the day, we should have had 3 points. But I'm happy as after that, because being 2-0 down at the Piggery, you're always worried about it. But we quietened them down with that goal for KT, and then how was that penalty? It was a bit nerve-wracking, innit? 1, 2, 3, and then it's in the net. I'm thinking, fucking hell. But yeah, I don't know why he wasn't sent off. It's clear the ball's clearly going into the net, and it's hit his hand. It's a sending off. So again, I told you before the game, VAR would be involved in decisions, but this one was the right decision, where it's a handball. Butland was never getting to it. So yeah, all in all, great result for the boys, and I'll be back to you on Wednesday night or Wednesday for a preview of the Aberdeen game up at Pittodrie. So anyway, have a great couple of days. Talk to you soon, and hail, hail.